What is up, guys? Welcome back to the modded career mode. Now, I remember in the last video I kind of said to you guys that we'd be splitting it up into 2 races per video just to make it a little bit easier for myself and for the game. Well, similar scenario. It's still going to be a 25% race, but it's going to be, for these 2 races, in actual fact, will be 1 video per race, just because there was a lot going on, and putting it into 1 video will probably be like a 15-18 minute video, and that's just it's just not worth doing. So split it up into 2 more separate races. That way it makes it a little bit easier. But moving on, we are at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly on pole, ahead of Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel, ourselves in 5th place. Now, throughout the season we've been upgrading our downforce as well as our engine unit, so any other components we haven't really been focusing on, but we're really pretty solid around this track. Verstappen down in 15th with a penalty, which is pretty weird. He hasn't had many penalties this season, at least, but we'll have to see what he can do coming from the back, at least. And obviously ourselves, we're pretty up there, which is good, but with the race strategy will be the same as everyone else, so there won't be anything spectacular in terms of strategy. Now, we're waiting for the 5 lights to come on, and straight away they catch us out dramatically. We do not get off very well. We're going to have to defend Leclerc on the inside, as everyone ahead of us is going to battle our way. Vettel is actually in a Mercedes sandwich at the moment. Gasly still holds the lead. We go incredibly deep to fight off the battle from Leclerc. You can see Hulkenberg was there, and we're going to get a great run on the curb against the Mercedes. I believe that's Hamilton. I'm not actually sure. No, I think it might have been Bottas. Either way, we're behind Vettel at the moment. Hulkenberg actually moves up into 5th place. We saw Hulkenberg steaming down the inside of Leclerc, and there was actually a little bit of damage to Leclerc's car, so Leclerc's going to be struggling, especially around this track, which is really aero dependent. High downforce levels akimbo all the way down this race. Pierre Gasly has started to pull a gap out in front from Hamilton, and then obviously Vettel. We're looking and we're gaining so much time down the straights, and we're going to see if we can poke our nose on the inside, and he just backs away from it. He just doesn't want anything doing with our car and our team. We're going to have a look at a replay. As we can see, Bottas ahead of Hulkenberg in the background, and we just scared Vettel off the racing line, really. He just saw us in his mirrors and he just couldn't commit to the corner, so that's obviously good news for us as we move on a little bit further on, and you can see we're still there or thereabouts. We've got Vettel in our rear mirrors, as well as Leclerc further down the order. There's Verstappen already, so Verstappen's all the way onto the back of Leclerc, so it's proving what I said earlier about downforce is key around here. And Leclerc's got no hope against the Red Bull, especially with damage. But Vettel, his Ferrari counterpart, is just steaming down our inside. We squeeze him up against the wall as best we can, and we're going to have to be quite brave on the brakes, at least, to hold it around the outside of Vettel. We've got to get up really early to get past Vettel here. You can see we're going to go to the inside with a switchback, and he's actually going to squeeze us to the outside of the circuit. And I don't think there's really much we can do here. I'm going to try and get the cut back, but it doesn't quite work. And we're actually going to lose a bit of time, go a bit sideways there on the exit, which is going to give Bottas a phenomenal run outside. But we're going to hold the inside and get away with that just about, not just being challenged by Bottas. But a little bit further on, we're going to have to make a pit stop here. 1 pit stop per race, of course, as it is with any normal Grand Prix. But the pace is good, the pace is there. We've got no hope of catching Hamilton or Gasly. Gasly's just in another league at this point, as is Hamilton. Hamilton's just out there flying, so it's going to be interesting to see what the championship will be like. But I just realised there's the guy at the front of the car literally just stood behind the guy with the wheel after he took it off, and that was about it. But we come out P11, isn't the end of the world, still behind Vettel, head of Bottas, which is what's important. But we're going to have another bite of the cherry at getting past Sebastian Vettel here, closing into the braking zone, and we've gone incredibly deep. It's very similar to what we did in Germany, actually, almost a carbon copy of that, if you will. But so yeah, Vettel's going to hold on to that position a little bit longer than we probably would have liked, but we're in the dirty air of Vettel at the moment, and it's really going to hurt our tyres. We just come down the start finish straight. Same thing again, we're just closing incredibly fast on Sebastian Vettel, and you can see we're going to dive to the inside, and we're just about going to make it, I think. Very similar to last time. We go really poor exit, which could promote Vettel an opportunity. He's going to barge us into the fucking grass. No thank you, Sebastian. We're going to squish you into the grass as well, mate. We're going to make it through. We go on the grass again on our own, which is quite ironic. But yeah, no freaking chance that Vettel was going to pull that little trick on us here, but we're now under pressure from Vettel, because he's going to steam down our inside. We're going to go deep, and he literally parks it on the apex and actually damages our front wing. He literally braked on the apex, which is bang out of order. So we're struggling with downforce. You can see we've got a bit of a gap. We're going to go incredibly wide here on the exit of the start finish straight, and we're going to get a penalty for that, for literally just going wide. And that's not fair. We've got Bottas now trying to make a move, and when I look to the inside of Bottas, we're going to squeeze him out. We're still not happy with him for earlier, and Verstappen's actually going to get through. We get a warning for a collision, which is, you know, nice. We get a warning rather than a bloody penalty. But at the same token, we've got Hulkenberg now, who's we go wide again, and luckily we get away with that. I don't think because we went off mid-curb compared to last time, but Hulkenberg going to squeeze him. We throw our hand up in frustration that we literally can't defend. We're struggling with a bit of our front plate just missing, just all thanks to Sebastian Vettel parking on the apex. You can see we're going incredibly wide here. We're stuck on the curb going into the braking zone, and we have to cut the curb. We have to let go of the advantage. Hulkenberg's still there, and we're just going to squeeze him a little bit, hold the position. Kimi's actually managed to make it up there. Bottas has just evaporated. I don't know what's happened to him or Verstappen. I'm pretty sure there was a problem with them too, but we're too focused on Hulkenberg right now. Raikkonen in our rearview mirrors. You can see we're just going to go down here, and we go so deep, and Hulkenberg is going to have us. We bang wheels a little bit, and we damage a bit more of our front wing. So we're really not doing great at the end of this race. You can see Hulkenberg's actually going to hold on to this, because there's no way we can challenge him into the final corner. We're going to hold it as best we can, and we're just going to drift that wide and add to the misery. Obviously our penalty as well doesn't help, so that's going to be a very lonely P9 as a result for us, which isn't great, but could be worse. We could be out the points, but like I said at the beginning, Pierre Gasly's in a whole other league on this race. Certain circuits, the Red Bull have just flown away and just dominated. Other than that, not really much has happened. It's very similar to Ferrari in real life. They'll get a cracking race, and then they'll just disappear up the road, and then after that. But yeah, Verstappen did fantastic to get that position from 15th. So Verstappen will be a very happy boy. One Red Bull, one Mercedes, and Ferrari. Adrian Newey on the podium as well. So Hamilton stuck with him pretty well. Those Red Bull boys look really happy, and obviously Sebastian Vettel as well, who controversially ruined our race, parking it on the apex. I'm still really not impressed with him over that, but I'm sure at some point we'll get our revenge on him. It's time to look at the championship. There's not really much else to do after that. It was quite disappointing. We had a really good pace, but it just fell away. But in terms of the championship, you can see Vettel is closing on Hamilton. Ferrari got a very small gap to Mercedes in the constructors as well, so it's all tightening up. But that's been it for me, guys. I'll see you for Belgium. Until then, bye bye.